Why did Simon Squibb follow me after this comment? Well, in order to understand that, you're going to have to watch this video first, so let's get into it.
Buy a house and rent it out? Do you think I'm a fucking idiot? I've got a brain. I'm going to buy a house and change the lock on the front door and fix the kitchen and call myself a businessman. It's not business.
Now, I like Simon Squibb, but I cannot get on this side of property not being a business. Landlords know that not everyone can afford their own property, so they buy them, charge them a rental income, and give them a nice family home for them to live in.
Bullshit. Landlords aren't solving the problem. They caused the problem, for God's sake. Let me explain why. We provide housing for families. No, you don't. Let me tell you who does provide housing. Bricklayers, scaffolders, sparkies, plumbers, plasterers, roofers. They're the ones that actually get up in the morning, drive in a knackered van to site at 6 o'clock and work from dusk until dawn grafting to get things out of the ground. What landlords do is use financial power to buy existing assets and then rinse it. The housing market worked perfectly fine up until 1996, and to understand why, we need to look at this graph. As you can see, house prices stay between 3.5 and 4.5 times income, and it's only in 1996 that they start to skyrocket. Why is that? Well, lo and behold, in 1996, what gets introduced? Buy-to-let mortgages. That's when homes stopped being a place to live and when landlords came in and started using them as a financial asset. Up until 1996, you could only borrow up to 3 or 4 times your income. So mortgages kept house prices in check. After 1996, when buy-to-let mortgages were introduced, if you wanted to be a landlord, it was no longer about income, it was about how much rent you can get out of that asset, how much you can squeeze those people for. It was at that point that the join between house prices and wages breaks. It's economics 101. If you've got more people trying to buy the same amount of stuff, what happens? The prices go up. And what happened? Buy-to-let flooded the market. Investors were bidding against each other with borrowed money. And there's a human cost. People in their 30s and 40s that are still renting, still flat sharing, still living in insecure housing, moving every 12 months because the landlord can turf them out. And the worst thing is, they did everything right. They worked, they saved, and they still got locked out. Meanwhile, someone else at the top is just sitting on other people's labour extracting that rent. It's bullshit. Landlords, if you actually want to provide housing, here's an idea. Buy some land, get some planning permission, and get some tradies in and build the damn stuff. No qualms with that whatsoever, but you don't do that, do you? Landlords aren't here to fix the problem, they are the problem. And we've got the timeline, the data, and the wreckage to show for it. Right, rant over. I'm away for a pint.